I'm Jeff Adler. Good morning. I'm Vice President of Matrix. I'm here with David Kessler, National Director of Commercial Real Estate at the firm of CohnReznick's, to discuss the state of the commercial real estate industry. Thank you for being here, David.
It's my pleasure. Good morning.
What's your take on the current commercial real estate market?
Well, I think the current commercial real estate market is, the question is always, what inning are we in?
Sure.
And I think, we're right in the middle of the ball game. We think there's going to be an extended cycle, a lot to do with what's happening from a policy perspective, but just the fundamentals of real estate are really strong across many different sectors. And we think it's going to continue.
So if we can go a little deeper, maybe on a sector-by-sector basis, so what do you think are some of the sectors that are sort of leading? And what do you think sectors are maybe
yeah, it's not the sexiest sector, but industrial is really leading at this point in time. The market dynamics are at its peak and prime, and you don't really hear too much about the industrial sector because it's not really as sexy. But what's changing the sector tremendously is really the retail and logistics, and how everything is really shifting in the retail segment and is creating amazing opportunities for industrial. The big mega centers, as well as what we call the last mile industrial, and that's really taking shape, and there's really much more absorption than there is pipeline. So it's creating a really powerful dynamic for both developers, owners, operators.
Now, in the industrial, if it's being in fact driven by e-commerce, is there a repurposing of existing industrial space?
There is repurposing of existing industrial space, and you have a lot of folks that are focusing on repurposing. There's a lot of older, smaller industrial that has kind of been left behind, and it's in really good locations. And there's a lot of industrial developers that are getting their hands on that property and repurposing that property for the retail last mile logistical format. So we are seeing that, and we're also seeing industrial being repurposed to other uses. You take close-in areas that have really become gentrified, and some of this industrial is being converted into really funky, hip office,
right.
And some residential. Just to give you an example with industrial, the NACREIF annual returns for industrial, annualized through Q1 of 2017, is 12.18%, which is the highest returns of any of the sectors, as low as hotel, which is 3.34%.
Yeah. So since we're on this topic, we'll spend another second on industrial. Are there implications for the traditional import hubs? I mean, that was built off of consumption of stuff imported from China, primarily speaking. And the expansion of the Panama Canal was supposed to be this great flowering of industrial space in the southeast. Are things changing because of consumer shifts in demand? Are those other industrial spaces becoming obsolete in any way, or no? It's all
yeah. I don't think they're necessarily becoming obsolete, but I think what we're seeing is enhancement to that space, and you're seeing it in ports and major intermodal hubs all across America, where you have 1 to 2 to 3 million square feet centers being erected, and it's largely for the importing and the logistical chain of how things have changed in the retail and logistical segment. So I think we're going to continue to see that, and we're going to continue to see the multi-channel retail outlets with the sticks and bricks, and we're also going to see a combination of the sticks and bricks really also having a internet shipping channel as well. And I think that's going to be a major theme, and we can talk more about how that's going to impact other sectors of real estate, but I think it's going to have impacts on multifamily as well as hospitality, and I think we're going to see that be maybe not necessarily a driver, but a major component into how real estate is used in the next decade.
Let's